Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com, and I thank you for watching, liking, subscribing to this channel. If you haven't done so, please do so right now. If you haven't heard, news did come out. Roode, Bobby Roode, and Eric Young are on the way out from TNA. TNA made it official on their website that they decided to part mutually. This was happened over the weekend, and just as quickly, Bobby Roode in an interview, he mentioned why he left TNA, and he mentioned he left TNA because it felt stale to him. He didn't like the way things were going. One could only think that Bobby Roode and Eric Young might be on their way to the WWE. Now, Bobby Roode, I'm sure, had many offers to be with WWE, and in fact, that's where he is going. I'm sure numerous times before, and he didn't sign for whatever reason. Same goes for Eric Young. And Bobby Roode has been with them a very long time, with TNA, one of the originals. And it always amazes me whenever news like this comes out, another wrestler leaving, all the TNA haters just wanting to see TNA fail. They come out and they say, oh, TNA's going out of business. Another one going out of business. The haters just come out. Yes, TNA was stale for a period of time. TNA was bad for a period of time. But they're on the way to writing things. They're keeping things simple, as I've said numerous times before now. It's a lot easier to follow the storylines. Every promotion has its rough point, its rough period. Heck, look at WWE. We all watch WWE, and yet we complain all the time. And I just want to give you my thoughts here on what has been said. Okay, a different look at things. One way to look at things. Listen, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, 12 years in TNA. Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Frank Kazarian, 10 years in TNA. Sting, about a decade in TNA. Kurt Angle, a whole decade. Jeff Jarrett had 11 years. Team 3D, almost a decade. Would I like to have them all back? Yes. But there's a point to all of this. Bear with me. Tito Santana had a 11-year run in the WWF. You all remember Tito Santana. Greg Valentine, mainstayer. He was there for a long time, you think, right? With WWF. No. He had a combined 7-year run in NWA, and a combined 10-year run in the WWF. Ted DiBiase, 6 years for the WWF as a wrestler. Between 1979 and 1987, DiBiase wrestled for NWA, Mid-South, UWF, Sherry Martel. Everyone remembers that big manager, wrestler, valet, Sensational Sherry, better known as. How long was she around? 6 years for the WWF, about 4 years in the WCW, 2 years in AWA. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Mid-South, UWF, 4 years. WWF, 7 years. WCW, 6 years. A lot of our favorites, the point I'm trying to make here, really weren't in one place for as long as we thought. All 3 stints Medusa had in WCW all add up to 5 years. Her WWF run, a whopping 2 years. But now let's look at today. Kane, 21 years in the WWF, WWE. Big Show, 17 years in the WWE. And they're stale. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan were a broadcast team for like 10 years, and yet Jerry Lawler is still there for 23 years. At least Bobby Heenan had a run in WCW. switch things up. It's actually good that Jim Ross is out of WWE. Mark Henry, 20 years. 20 years. Time to move on. Sometime it comes to a point where you've been at a place for so long, there's really nothing left to do. And it really has nothing to do with the company. You're just in one place because you've accomplished everything. Same thing if you're at a job. You're there for X amount of period. There's no more higher that you could reach. You've done everything that you need. And the only way to keep on going, elevate yourself, is to make a change. Change things up again. And that is what Bobby Roode is doing. Now, as far as TNA Impact Wrestling is concerned, I think it's time to get that investor. You know, if pan the energy won't step up, then investors are the way to go. You know, personally, I love to have DC Comics and Warner Brothers Entertainment be those partners. Already a part of the CBS and the CW family, like Pop TV is. You know, just my thoughts on what Bobby Roode said. TNA haters has nothing to do with TNA. You come to a point professionally where you want new challenges. And, that's just some of my thoughts. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking very, very soon.